Hi there, so I'm going to show you how to make a daisy square, granny square. This is what it's going to look like. It's a 10-inch square made with double knit or lightweight 3 yarn. And I've made this for a project that's a crochet along run by Sunflower Crochet and Sunflower Cottage Crochet. And I'll put a link below to the crochet along if you'd like. But this video is to show you how to make this 10-inch daisy flower granny square. And here are the colors that I've chosen to use. You can choose whatever colors you like, but they are all lightweight 3 or double knit in the UK. You can start 2 ways. You can chain 4 and join them to make a loop, or you can make a magic loop, which I'm going to do here, where I put my hook under there, over that one, and pull it through, and then I do a chain. Now to start, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to make 11 trebles into this ring, okay? And a treble in US terms is you wrap the yarn around it twice, you put it into the hook, yarn over, pull it through 2, I like to pinch it, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, and that is a double crochet. So the first chain that you did will count as 1, then this is your second, so we're going to make 11 all together, so that with the chain 3 will make 12, okay? So we've wrapped the yarn around twice, we put it through the ring, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. That's another treble, okay? Wrap it over twice, back into the ring, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, okay? Wrap it over twice, put it into the ring, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, and I always pinch it, pull through 2, yarn over, move my fingers up, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, okay? So how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go until we get 12. So I've done 11 trebles into the circle, and with the chain 3 that we started with, that we're going to count that as 12. So I pulled that string to tighten it all up, and if you just chained 4 and made a loop, you don't have to do that. And now we're going to go into the top of the chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go into the top there, and we are going to slip stitch it together. And that is the middle of our daisy, okay? So we're going to cut that yarn off and finish that off, okay? So I cut my yarn, and I'm just going to pull it through here like that, and that ties that off. Now I have to get the second color, and the second color is going to be the white. So I'm going to stick my hook in, you can put it into any of the stitches that you like around the ring, and I'm going to pull in my white and just chain, and we're going to actually be chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to start making the petals of the daisy, and they're going to be created by making 3 treble crochet clusters. So that means that there's going to be clusters made up of 3 treble stitches. But for the first one, we're starting out with this chain of 4, so that's going to count as our first treble. So we only actually have to do 2 to create the first cluster of 3. It's not really a technical cluster of 3. I just realized my cable was in the way there. I just got rid of it. So yeah, so what I'm doing, I'll go back to where I was. So we're going to do 1 treble, chain, yarn over twice, and we're going to go into the same place that the chain 4 was made, yarn over and pull through. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and then we're going to go yarn over and pull through 2 more, and then we're going to yarn over twice. We're not going to complete the treble, and we're going to go in, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to go through all 3 like that. Pull through all 3. That is your first petal. Now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to go into the next stitch. So this is going to be a proper treble, 3 treble crochet cluster. Okay, so we've wrapped it over twice. We're going into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and stop. Okay, 2 over, go through, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we've got 3 on the hook, yarn over twice, into the same stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to pull through all 4, and we're going to chain 2 to get to the next one. Okay, so that's what our 3 treble crochet cluster looks like. Okay, so now we're going to start our next one. Yarn over, pull, and then we're going to go into the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. Twice over into the same stitch. We're going to make our second treble, but we're not going to finish it. We're going to stop when there's 3 on the hook, and yarn over twice into the same stitch, yarn over and pull it through. Now we're going to go through 2 and through 2, and we've got 4 left on our hook, and we're going to go through all 4, and we're going to chain 2. And so that's what we're going to do all the way around. So we're going to end up with 12 of these daisy petals. Let's do the next one. Yarn over twice into the next stitch, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over, pull it through twice, and there, 2 and 2, yarn over twice into the next hole, pull it through, go through 2 loops, 2 loops. Now we've got 3 on the hook, yarn over twice into the same stitch and pull it through, yarn over, come through 2, yarn over, come through 2, and we've got 4. So put yarn over and pull it through all 4 and chain 2. Okay, so we're going to go around until we get to the end. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 petals made with a treble, 3 trebles in each of these clusters. Now we're going to do the final one. Okay, so we're going to wrap the yarn around twice, put it through the next stitch, pull it through, wrap it over and pull it through 2, wrap it over and pull it through 2, yarn over twice into the same stitch, over and pull it through, over, pull it through 2, over, pull it through 2. So now we've got 3 stitches on there, wrap it over twice into the same stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on our hook, yarn over, pull it through all of them, and chain 2, which we've done after every cluster. And then we're going to find the top of this cluster, and we're going to slip stitch into there, and that's going to be our daisy. Okay, so we're going to break off the yarn and pull it through, and we're going to go on to our 3rd round. And for the 3rd round, I'm going to be using the green. Okay, so I'll go get my green. For this round, we're going to we can join our yarn on in any of these spaces created by the chain 2 from the previous row. Okay, and when we've joined our yarn, we are going to be chaining 3. 1, 2, 3, okay? And pulling that tight there, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to start with making 2 trebles into the same stitch that I've just chained these 3, okay? So we have to wrap it around twice, and I'm holding that loose strand just to keep it. So we just do a treble, wrap it around twice into the same stitch, pull it through 2, pull it through 2, pull it through 2. So essentially that chain 3 and those 2 trebles have created 3 trebles. That's going to be half of a corner. Okay, we're going to finish it when we get to the end. Okay, so we've made 2 trebles. Now we're going to make 3 double crochets in the next space between the next clusters. Okay, so we're going to make 3 double crochets. So yarn over once, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's 1 double crochet. Yarn over, insert it into the space. Pull the yarn through and go through 2 and 2. Yarn over once into the same space, pull through 2 and 2. So we've made 1, 2, 3 double crochets. And we're going to do that into the next space as well. 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's into those 2. And then we are going to make 3 trebles into the next space, chain 2 and make 3 trebles. That's going to be our corner, okay? So we go over twice into this next space and make 3 trebles. 1 treble, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, 2 trebles. Two, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's 3. Now we're going to chain 2, and into the same space we're going to make 3 more trebles. 1. Always remember to wrap your yarn around twice and just go through 2 loops at a time. So that's our 3 trebles there, and that is our corner. We're going around the corner. We're turning the circle into a square, right? So now we're going to yarn over, and into the next 2 spaces we're going to make 3 double crochets into each one. So that's 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to go into the next one. Only go over once. We're mixing up double crochets and trebles, so we're going to have to be paying attention, right? 1, 2, 3. I like to put the trebles in the corners because it kind of extends the corners to make it better. So now, there we are. We've got 3 double crochets into that one, 3 double crochets into that one. So the next 2 spaces. Now we're going to go into the next space, and we're going to make a corner. Okay, so we're going to go twice over because it's going to be 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, and then 3 more into the same space. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to make 3 double crochets into the next space, and 3 double crochets into the next space. And we're going to make another corner with 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2 trebles, 3 trebles. Some people call them triples, okay? And now we've got 2 more spaces here, which we're going to be making 3 double crochets into each one of those spaces. 1, 2, 3, and then into the next one. 1. I'm not chaining in between. I'm just going straight in. 2, 3. Everybody has a different method. This is how we're doing this one. 3. 1, 2, 3. And then when we get to the very end, we are going to we're going to make 3 trebles into the final space. This is where we started out with a chain and then the 2 trebles. So we're going to make 3 trebles going in here. Oops, trebles require it to go over twice. 1 treble. Oops, sorry guys. This is finishing, this is going to be the first half of the last half of this corner, but it's actually working out to be the first half. But so there's 2 trebles and 3 trebles. And then because we had the chain 3 and the 2 there, we only have to chain 2 now and join it to the top of the first chain 3. And we've made our other corner. Okay, see? 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles. 3 double, 3 double, 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble, 3 double, 3 double, 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble, double, double, 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble. So we just slip stitched to the top and we completed that that round 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to do round 4. So I'm going to chain 2 with the same color. Unfortunately, I've got a knot in there now, which you won't have because you're not going to do that. You're not going to make that same mistake as I did. Okay, so that's chain 2. Now I'm going to put 1 double crochet into the same space, okay? That's going to be this space here, in between where the 3 trebles are, okay? Okay, so that's like 2 double crochets in there. And now what we're going to do is we are going to do a double crochet into the first and every stitch across this next section, okay? So that means I'm going to start it here. I'm going to start double crocheting across here. Double crochet 1. Double crochet into the next space here. And double crochet into the next stitch. And double crochet into each stitch across. And the corners on this round are going to be made out of double crochets. So when we get to the end of here, we're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, okay? So that's the last stitch. So now we're going to go into here, 1, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then we're going to start in the first stitch. We're going to go all the way around. So I'm going to double crochet into each space across here, each stitch, sorry. Each time you go around, you'll be growing because the corners add more stitches, right? So we're going all the way across here. And you see we just did our last stitch into that treble. So now we're going to do 2 double crochets into this chain 2 space that was created at the previous corner. We're going to chain 2 and we're going to do 2 double crochets into the same chain 2 space. That will create our corner. And then I always go into the first stitch there, right in front of that one. And we're going to double crochet all the way around till we get to the next corner and do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then all the way around. And I'll show you what to do when we get to the last corner. Right now I've just double crocheted all the way across, and I've double crocheted into the top of those trebles there, and we're back into the chain 2 space where we started out with a chain 2 and a double crochet. So what I'm going to do into this space is I'm going to do 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to slip into the top of the chain 2 that we started with. Mine got a little bit bundled up here because I had to join those 2 pieces of yarn together because I broke it off where I shouldn't have. So it's not as tidy as it could have been. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add some yellow in. Make sure I've got a nice friendly piece of yarn that's not going to get all confused. Okay, so we're going to pull this yellow through and we are going to chain 2, okay, just chain 2, and into this corner, this is a chain 2 space from the previous corner, I'm going to do 1 double crochet, okay, so there we have a chain 2 and a double crochet. Now I'm going to double crochet all the way across, and as I said before, I always start in the very first stitch of the 2 double crochets that are in the corner, and I'm going to double crochet into each stitch across until I get to the other corner. And when I get to the other corner, it's just going to be a 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. What we've done in here is we've just done the last part of the corner. We do the beginning of the corner when we get to the end, okay? So we're going to double crochet into each stitch across here, and as I say, each round gets bigger because we're adding into the double crochet. So here we are at the chain 2. So here we're going to do the 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets to create our corner. 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Then we're going to find the first stitch, and we're going to start, and we're going to double crochet all the way across this next row, okay? And we're going to do the same at this corner. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Double crochet in each stitch, 2 double crochets in the corner, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain across each of those until we get to the final one, where what we will do in there would be 2 double crochets, chain 2, and slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. But I'll join you back at the beginning. So here we are at the corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same space, and then we're going to go into the very first one here. For the longest time I never knew which was the first stitch to go into as I went across the straight part. So we're going to go straight across here, double crocheting in each stitch until we get to the next one. So into the last stitch, as I say before, from the previous row, into the corner, chain 2 space, we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Then we're going to get the first stitch there, and go in there, and double crochet in there, and every stitch across to the last corner, okay? So here we are, we've gone into the last one. We are going to now, let's get that out of the way here, going to do 2 double crochets into this corner where we started. This is our starting corner. Chain 2, and then slip stitch it to the top of the chain 2 that we started everything off with. And that gives us our 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, which isn't technically 2 double crochet because we started it off with a chain 2 as a pretend, or you can chain 3 if you want. Okay, now we finish that off. Now we're going to join in the brown, and we are going to do 2 more rows of double crochet, exactly the same technique as we've done here. Join in the brown, chain 2, do a double crochet. You can chain 3 actually if you want to. It's not really going to make that much difference because I've been chaining 2 and it seems to be okay. So chain 2, double crochet, and then double crochet into each stitch across, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in each corner, double crochet across, exactly like we did in the last 2 rows. Okay, so I'm going to go and do that with the brown. I thought I'd show you. I can't leave you in the lurch there. So here we go. Chain 2 when you've added your brown to any corner you choose, and then double crochet. So that's going to be the beginning. And now we're going to double crochet into the first stitch there and into every stitch across until you get to the corner, and make chain 2 double crochet, chain 2 into there, double crochet across, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet all the way across until we get round to the end. Okay, so here we go. We'll get to the corner. I've done the 2 double crochets into the corner, chain 2. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 from before. And because we're going to do a second row of double crochet exactly the same, I'm just going to chain up 2, and I'm going to go into the space just behind it. Okay, I'm going to double crochet into that space just so that we don't get messed up here. Okay, and now we're going to double crochet into each stitch going around. See the holes there? We're going to double crochet all the way around to the corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, all the way around to the next corner with double crochets until we end up back here. And we end up back here, we will just finish off with 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the top of there, ready to go on to our last row. Okay, so we're going to do a whole double crocheting row with the corners just made of 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So I'll meet you back at the end of this round, ready to start the last one, because the last one is going to be half double crochet, because that's what we need to do to make sure that this turns out to be 10 inches square. Okay, thank you. So here we are at the end of the second round of brown. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, round 7, and we're going to double crochet twice into that corner, chain 2 space, chain 2, and slip stitch into the top of the previous chain 2. Now we're going to go up to do a row of half double crochet. So I'm going to chain up 1, and I'm going to half double crochet into that corner space. Okay, now I'm going to half double crochet, wrap the yarn over through the first stitch up and through all 3, and I'm going to half double crochet into each stitch for this final row. This is a nice way to end the square. It makes it look really nice on the edging, and it's also perfect for making the dimensions of the square 10 inches by 10 inches. So we're going to go all the way around to the first corner. We're going to half double crochet into each of these spaces, and in the corner we're going to do 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets all the way around. That's how we're going to do it. Half double crochet in each stitch along the sides, and in each of the chain 2 spaces in the corner we're going to do 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets. until we get round to the final corner, okay, where we started. So I'll meet you around there. So here we are at the final corner, and I will do 2 half double crochets into the final corner, chain 2, and slip a stitch to the top of that, chain 1, and finish off that and pull it through, and there we have our 10-inch square. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and of course we have to weave in all the ends. You thread the yarn and you just weave it in and out, going 2 or 3 different directions to make sure that it doesn't come unraveled on you. And thank you for joining me. I'm Pam Carr. I have other tutorials here on my channel, Caraway Crochet, so please subscribe, and I look forward to hearing any feedback you have. Thank you so much for watching.